Also, let's start. There's so many other participants coming in. So maybe if they come, is that the only door? Oh, that maybe they can sneak in from the back, please. Thank you. My name is Michiko Katagami from Asian Development Bank. Thank you very much for joining us for this training session on this the data analysis and also AI application, agriculture, natural resources projects in Cambodia. This project, this training is based on experience of the Rice SDP project. We have the project directors and manager, and in all of you coming from the different ministries and provinces are engaged in implementation of Rice SDP, as I understand it. And in under the COVID-19 pandemic, there is a strict restriction about the movement of people and goods. And I think all of us and so many other people suffer from the access to the foods, access to the services. And under this, the difficult situation, project management unit also face the difficulties in carrying on the implementation and the monitoring exercise. So out of that necessity, Rice SDP is so brave and also innovative enough to try out some different new. Well, the question we asked was about, what can we do under this difficult situation? Can we remotely understand what is happening in the field level? What is happening to the project beneficiaries? Rice SDP served for the 16,000 households in provinces and rice farmers. And then we had no way of understanding how they're doing for each cropping sector. So based on the little bit of the crop survey that was carried out earlier, and also the satellite data, GIS data sets, and also the AI machine learning technique. And we were able to, with the experts support and so many other technicians and engineers support, we were able to come up with a big picture of what the crop yields were for each crop season in the entire project area. And this was very, very eye-opening experience for us to understand what is happening in totality. Usually we just sample out for the 300, this time the crop survey was done by 390 households, but we were able to cover more or less what is happening in each season for the entire 16,000 household. And we had a lot of learning out of this experience. So we want to share this experience with a wider audience coming from the different ministries and learn good things and bad things, areas of improvement. And also think about what sort of projects, activities, development activity, commercial activities that we can do by applying this relatively new tool of data analytics and machine learning. And we have the perfect trainers today. And for the next 2 days, we're going to discuss about methodology, technical notes on this, how this estimation has been done. And we also discuss with you about what you want to do next, utilize the similar kind of methodology. So this is the purpose of the workshop today. Let us start. So maybe we will start with this opening remarks from the Asian Development Bank, head of the Portfolio Management Unit, Mr. Anthony Gill. Anthony.
Thank you, Michiko. Well, come up here so I can put my piece of paper onto. Was this on? Yes, it is. Wonderful. Thank you, Michiko. As you know, my name is Anthony Gill, and I am at the resident mission here in Cambodia, and the head of the Portfolio Administration Unit, which means after Chantu, I'm responsible for making sure it works. Excellency Salova, Excellency Nigin, and Excellency CX Sopek, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome today to this workshop. I'm honoured to join His Excellency, who I've known for some years now, in providing these welcoming remarks to this training session on data analysis and artificial intelligence application for the agriculture and natural resources sector in Cambodia. I've spoken recently about the Rice SDP project at some recent meetings, and it's had its challenges, no question about that. But without a doubt, this is one of the projects that we work with Cambodia that has also introduced a number of innovations to the country. Different crop varieties, creating greater yields, laser levelling, crop insurance scheme, and of course now this work on big data and artificial intelligence being used to monitor and evaluate the performance of crops in the sample plot areas of the project. I'm impressed by the fact that with the support of the Global Agriculture and Food Security Program, who has helped fund this work, the Rice SDP project has experimented on these innovative approaches. And it's exactly this sort of thing that the government is pushing ADB and other development partners to bring to Cambodia to make it competitive in the agriculture sector, as in others, to help reach its goal of becoming a middle-income country by 2030. And we're delighted to be a part of that process. The Rice SDP has experimented on these innovative approaches for project monitoring and evaluation, as I said, with our data scientists who are here today as our trainers. They use satellite imagery, geotagging, and surveyed plots using artificial intelligence to estimate productivity improvements to the project beneficiaries. And I've got to say, for a group of GIS experts and artificial intelligence experts, I must congratulate you today on the lack of laptops I see around the table. I think you probably have some withdrawal symptoms going on, but congratulations. This kind of technology has never been tried in Asia, and we're delighted that it is tried here in Cambodia. It shows a good potential for future improvements in crop performance, and this is where this is all directed to. It's not information for information's sake. It's using big data, GIS, artificial intelligence to improve crop yields that return a greater investment to the farmers to help them maintain the income growth that is going on for the rest of the country in other sectors. And we should learn from this experiment and disseminate this knowledge, this experience, this learning across other development partners, across our friends in the region, to help them also lift people out of poverty, ensure greater food security for this important staple in Cambodia and across the region. ADB and the Rice SDP project have decided to jointly organise this workshop today. And we are fortunate to have the data scientists and artificial intelligence specialists who worked on the project here as your trainers today. So that means they've got real first-hand experience on this project and exactly what was done and how it was done for you to learn from them. I know that there are lots of interests, and that's why you're here in the room today, on the potential use of data and artificial intelligence for future agriculture and natural resource activities in the country, whether they be ADB, the Ministry of Agriculture, or another development partner. It's the people in this room that need to be driving forward the use of big data and artificial intelligence and crop improvement methods forward in Cambodia until it becomes the norm, not the exception. Some of you are looking for better ways to target and disseminate climate resilient crop varieties, as has happened in Rice SDP. Other inputs, machinery services. As I drive around Cambodia, I see so many more harvesters than I used to. And I see that we are increasingly use mechanisation to improve productivity around the country. Monitoring water use efficiencies in irrigation schemes, where Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries are working with MORAM on collecting data and utilising data for water resource management efficiency. Predict and issue warnings of flood, drought, crop disease in specific landscapes. As through this project, we've put in many weather gauges around the country with centralised information collection. And all of this is aimed at better monitoring and planning our use of the land and improving our crop yields. I thank you for joining us today. You're here because you're interested and because you want to learn. And I encourage you to take this opportunity while you have these experts in the room to satisfy all of your questions. Get enthused about the potential into the future for Cambodia and the work that you do. I wish you every success over the next few days, and I hope that you have a very productive workshop, and I look forward to talking with Chantu in the next couple of days over just how this workshop went. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Anthony, for the very heartwarming welcome and also the encouragement. May I request now then His Excellency Ross Saliva, Secretary of State, Minister for MEF, and also the Project Director of the Rice SDP.
But some Jimmy Psuទាំងអស់គ្នាដោយសារខ្ញុំយល់ឃើញថាអ្នកចូលរួមយើងទាំងអស់phảiសិតតែចេះអង់គ្លេសព្រោះអត់ឃើញមានស្ដាប់កាសផងឡើយហើយអញ្ចឹងសូមអនុញ្ញាតថ្លែងជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសបាទលោក Anthony Gill the representative of ADB in Cambodia, Ms. Michiko Katagami, Principal Natural Resource and Agriculture Economist, ADB from headquarters. Yeah. Mr. Chantu, Senior Project Officer, ADB CAM, Excellency Project Director and Project Manager, Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. Today, it's my great pleasure to be here with all of you in opening of this training workshop on the use of data analysis and artificial intelligence application for ANR sector project in Cambodia under the Rice SDP, co-organized by Ministry of Economy and Finance and ADB. I am very happy to learn that we have official staff from different ministry, Ministry of Planning, Ministry of Land Management, Urban Planning and Construction, Fire Department of MAF, such as the Agriculture Land Resource Management, Department of Rice Crop, Department of Industrial Crop, Department of Horticulture and Cash Crop, Department of Seed Crop, and provincial official from Battambang, Kampong Thom, and Preven provinces who are participating in this training workshop. As you all know, in the last decade or so, Cambodia agriculture and rural development sector have undergone significant structural transformation. This transformation was driven by vibrant and pro-poor growth in agriculture and rural development sector. Cambodia poverty headcount declined significantly from 33.8% in 2009 to around 17% in 2019, and more than 60% of the poverty reduction was attributed to the agriculture sector. High rice prices stimulated the larger rice production that increased farm wages. Further poverty reduction will continue to depend on the success of agriculture for many years to come, due to its large role in labor force, value-added and export, as well as the fact that many farmers are among the poor and vulnerable. But there remain challenges. A long-term vision for Cambodia agriculture would need to encompass elements such as sustainability, productivity, and competitiveness, and income growth. We need to shift the focus from production to farm productivity, especially shifting from traditional to modern technology accompanied by higher efficiency of modern input use and irrigation. Lowering production costs through better use of existing resources, and minimizing drop in farm output prices through lower logistic costs are the key to maintaining farm competitiveness. These constraints make agricultural productivity, diversification, value chain, and commercialization even more crucial for ensuring future agricultural growth that reduce poverty and boost prosperity in Cambodia. The royal government know very well that evolution and development of a commercial value chain will create pressure on natural resources, which may cause the degradation of soil, loss of biodiversity, or soil and water pollution. This has to be tackled by focusing on intervention that will create a resilience by promoting sound agricultural land use zoning, soil productivity potential, water use, irrigation efficiency management, and environmental and climate change risk vulnerability mapping. Therefore, the royal government of Cambodia has launched Rice SDP to act as a flagship framework to articulate the pathway toward enhancing agricultural commercialization. During the course of Rice SDP implementation, as Mr. Attorney just mentioned, the COVID-19 pandemic struck, resulting in restriction in movement, lockdown, and more importantly, interrupting logistic and agriculture supply chain in Cambodia, and impact farmer resilience to climate shock. This unexpected disaster led us to innovate ourselves, particularly the royal government of Cambodia introduced many innovative financing instruments and scale up social assistance to poor and vulnerable, which result in limiting the impact on increased poverty incident and stabilizing the negative effect of the pandemic on employment and family businesses. The Rice SDP also apply and receive an additional financing project from the Global Agricultural Food Security Program to ease the COVID-19 pandemic, induce interruption in logistics and improve production technology to respond to declining farm production and productivity. I would like to appreciate the role of ADB for providing adequate support to the royal government of Cambodia during this critical juncture. During this time, Ms. Michiko proposed that we should test the use of satellite image and machine learning for estimating crop yield, which may be useful during the COVID-19 like situation when field visits for data collection are severely restricted. The rice crop yield estimation in Rice SDP target area based on crop yield survey, satellite image, and machine learning technique were carried out jointly by the Rice SDP project stakeholder and expert hired by ADB, particularly the GIS application. MAF conducted the crop yield survey and collected data from 319 households. The PMO and one ADB expert supported MAF in finalizing the result of the survey. Moram provided geospatial data related to irrigation sub-project, and the provincial governor office provides data related to larger land leveling plot. An ADB expert and his team work closely with MAS for geotagging of the plot of household survey by MAP. QED organization hired by ADB drew all individual right plot boundary in the project command area, which is estimated at 16,000 households. And thinking machine who work on artificial intelligence and machine learning for development hired by ADB estimated rice yield of 16,000 individual plot based on the crop survey, earth observation, and machine learning. Rice SDP became the first project to deploy use of remote sensing technology, data analysis, and AI application to map individual rice plot of the project beneficiary household within project command area, measure crop yield of each rice plot, and measure the gap in crop yield at the individual plot level for the entire project command area. The crop yield map and the gender disaggregation of the survey plot clearly shown in the map may serve as effective tool to focus group discussion with project beneficiary on crop yield gap and any gender inequality and in the command area. I believe the big data analysis and artificial intelligence application can play a critical role in enhancing the effectiveness of our intervention. And considering that the remote sensing data collection may be the only feasible mode of data collection under lockdown, this kind of estimation work may also help with future project planning and targeting work. The AI application and machine learning can contribute to sustainable development by providing information, measurement, and quantification of natural and artificial phenomena, observing the changes over various temporal and spatial scale that offer the most economical mean of assessing environmental impact of developmental processes, monitoring diversity of an ecosystem, and evaluation of appropriate action plan for sustainable development. Using AI application and machine learning, we can monitor crop diversification, monitor soil moisture content, soil water index, optimize water use efficiency, monitor water resource, both superficial and underground water resources. AI can be used to make effective decisions for disaster preparation as well, including risk management and to enhance community understanding, awareness on the issue, and enable them to take climate decision action, monitor land degradation, and improve agriculture value chain through value chain mapping, manage natural resources such as energy, water, and agriculture. Therefore, awareness on the utility and potential benefit of using AI derived information can contribute to sustainable planning and management of resources, as well as enable informed decision making and allow monitoring of expected outcome and impact of project and program. This workshop today is all about getting hands-on experience on AI application and machine learning based information to support project planning, monitoring, and management. Several queries related to AI application and machine learning will be answered, and several other queries expected from all of you need to be answered, clarified, or would be searched for answer by the expert. On behalf of the Royal Government of Cambodia and myself, I would like to take this opportunity to express my deep thanks to the ADB for providing financial and technical support to implement many projects of the Royal Government of Cambodia, including this Rice SDP. I strongly believe that ADB, GAF, and SCF will continue this good practice and support in the future to help the Kingdom of Cambodia. To get success as per expectation, the contribution from all of you, ladies and gentlemen, from especially the representative from all the related institutions, stakeholders, are very essential, and it is a key factor which cannot be ignored. To achieve this success, we have to have excellent coordination, good implementation guidance, according to respective role and responsibility, to cooperation, good teamwork, capability, commitment, and responsibility. I hereby announce the opening of this training workshop on the use of data analysis and AI application for ANR sector project in Cambodia from now. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much for sharing the detailed perspectives and also the strong encouragement, Your Excellency. Thank you very much. So now we can move on to the technical sessions. But before we do, can we gather around and take a picture before we move around? Oh, yeah.